Good morning and welcome back to a special Thursday edition of Miniature Monday here on Gaming with ADHD. Today we are continuing our look at the Battletech miniatures from Catalyst Game Labs, and we're specifically looking at the Inner Sphere Heavylands. Now, if you have watched any of the previous unboxing videos that I've done, you'll know that I like the technical readout series, and so what we're doing is we're comparing the art that was originally produced and even additional art that's been produced through the years, and comparing it to the miniatures that we received as part of the Kickstarter. So, before I get started, do make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I've got ideas for a lot more Battletech content once I get all of the unboxing videos done, and I would love for you to come along and see what I have to talk about. So, if you like what I'm doing, do make sure you give it a like, and don't forget to comment down below on which of these four mechs is your favorite and why. So, with that said, let's jump in. So, because it's a Lance, we do get four mechs, which is the standard Inner Sphere organization. And in this set, we are getting the Banshee, the Grasshopper, the Centurion, and the Hatchetman. So, those are our four figures, and we also get our packet of pilot cards. So let's get the miniatures off to the side for a minute, take a quick look at the cards, and then we will get into the miniatures themselves. All right, so each figure does come with two cards. All right, so we've got... Let's see. So the first one is the pilot card. Now these are all double-sided, and you're going to get the name along with their gunnery and piloting skill, and then a background for the character and any special abilities that they are bringing to the field. So in this case, we have a House Steiner Banshee, probably part of the Scout Lance, at 95 tons. And we've got a Mercenary Banshee. We've got a House Carita Grasshopper. Not a very good pilot, probably fresh out of the academy. And a House Lau pilot. A House Merrick Centurion. And a House Davian Centurion. Now that's a little surprising. I was either expecting a Kai Allard Lau or a Daniel Allard, which would have been cool. Kind of surprised we didn't get that. And then we have a Steiner Hatchetman and a Davian Hatchetman. So those are the pilots that we've got. And then we also get our Alpha Strike cards. Alpha Strike, for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, is the rules light version of Battletech. So as you can see, the card is a bit more simplified, as far as just keeping it simple so that you can play larger games of Battletech with tons of infantry, armor, and battle mechs on the field. So these are all double-sided as well, so you do get two different versions, and they do match up with the mechs included in the set. All right, so that is the cards. So let's now take a look at the figures. All right, so first on the board is going to be the Banshee. There we go. All right, weighing in at 95 tons and making its first appearance here in Tech Readout 3025. So obviously this is a bit of a beast of a mech. This is our 3025 version, which was then followed up by this one in 3050. Now, I want you to pay close attention to the head. I think they did a really good job at maintaining the look of that. And let me see if I can adjust the camera a tiny bit. And even on the new version, I think they did pretty well with that also. Interesting choice where they've actually swapped out the right arm with, or actually the left arm, sorry, with a weapon, but it still does have the two autocannons coming out of the torsos. So we've got our 30-25 and then 30-50. Okay, so obviously art from 30-50 is a little closer to the miniature that we've got now. We then have this version from 30-39, I believe. And then we get this version with the Ill Clan book. So overall, I think they did very well at keeping that very distinctive head, the look of it, even as it evolves into the miniature that we have. This one looks like it is a 95-ton beast, and that it is going to take a lot more punishment than you want to dish out. So overall, I like it. It is pure unadulterated Battletech at this point, and I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Just need to figure out which pilot I'm gonna use. All right, next up we've got the Grasshopper. All right, now weighing in at 70 tons, it also made its appearance in 30-25. Let's shrink that art down just a hair. So we've got our machine guns or autocannons here in the torso. It is a Grasshopper, so clearly it's going to have jump jets, which definitely comes out in some of the later art. Now this is our version from 30-50. It's got a very distinctive head again. Kind of reminds me of the Insecticon from Transformers, the Grasshopper for that as well. But overall, it's a decent piece of art. Pretty happy with that one. Now this one shows off the jump jets. This is from 30-50 upgrade. And then moving into our Ill Clan version. I gotta say, the miniature itself isn't bad. The art just seems a little off. It's not horrible, but there's just a lot of, for lack of a better way to put it, I'm going to call them bulges that just seem to come out of everywhere. And so it just kind of throws it off. The head looks a little strange as well. Sort of like the cockpit is just here on the left. So not the best upgrade. Overall, I've been very happy with Ill Clan, and I'm not even saying this is a bad design. It's just not doing the same for me that a lot of the others are. So that is the Grasshopper. All right, next up we have the 50-ton Centurion. Now, again, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get Kai Lao, or I'm going to ruin it for the rest of my life. This is the 30-25 version of the mech. Now, don't forget, the Centurion was the basis for Yenlo Wang, which was his father's mech, and then his, and has since been passed down throughout Battletech. I believe it still exists in the Ill Clan era. So I absolutely plan on painting this up as Kai's mech. So kind of excited on that. This is the 30-50 version of the mech. Little better, but not the best. The arm seems a little out of perspective. The legs, not quite sure what's happening with the feet here. So it's a little odd, but not bad. We then get this version from 3050 Upgrade. Clearly it's got its Davian markings on it. And that was actually the last one, yeah. So I do not yet have access to an Ilclan piece of art. I don't have all of those guides yet. So if you were wondering, most of this art is available on Sarna.net. Actually, all of the art is available on Sarna.net, which is a fantastic resource as well. So this is the Centurion. I think the miniature. The miniature does pretty well at staying true to the art. I can tell that it's been improved. This arm alone looks a little odd in the way it's shaped and articulated. But I think they've also fixed that in the miniature itself. The arm looks a bit more, we'll call it, reasonable or correct, for lack of a better way to put it. But overall, this one's gonna look good painted up as Yenlo Wing, so I'm pretty excited there. All right, and our final one, as you probably had in, well, you already saw the art, and I already mentioned it. So it is the Hatchetman. So this is the original 3025 Hatchetman. Last video, I believe, we actually looked at the Axeman, and both of these have that very unique head design. As I mentioned in the other video, it is designed to be a complete ejection system. So pilot ejects, the whole head lifts off, and it is effectively a glider to get them farther away from the battlefield than a standard parachute. So it made it very unique, very distinctive, and I think they've captured that in the miniature as well. I like that the hatchet styling. I actually prefer that over the axe. This one looks to me more correct as to what you would see from a battle mech. One thing I did just notice, original one has kind of these fins on the back of the heels, which they actually did still incorporate into the new art and the new miniature. So we'll see that as we get closer. We can see those fins again, the hatchet, and that, absolutely distinctive head shape. Yep, it has this little, because I don't know what it is, I'm just going to call it a radar ball here on the side of the head, and that does show up on the miniature. You'll be able to see that as it comes back around. This is the 3050 piece of art. Not so great. The perspective on the head just looks off. And at that size, I'm not sure that the autocannon would be spitting out casings, but whatever. It's definitely an evolution of the art. This is 3039. And I forget this one. Let's see. 3085. And then Ilclan. So, as for how the Ilclan one compares, again, some of these armor plates, I think it kind of throws off the perspective. I can still see the design in the head and in the hatchet. The hatchet, I gotta say, is probably my favorite part of it. But while I like the mech, something just seems a little out of place. So, not bad. It's gonna be fun to get it painted up, I think, and I think I'll like it more once I have the paint done. But for now, I'm gonna have to say that my favorite on this is the Centurion. I think they did that one right. I think they evolved the art very well, and I'm really enjoying it. So there we go. That is the Inner Sphere Heavy Lance for Battletech. If you like the video, like I said, do make sure that you give it a like. Also, if you do purchase your Battletech products in PDF, which is what I do, I pick them up from DriveThruRPG, and there will actually be an affiliate link down below if you wish to use it. It does give me a little bit of a kickback, and I would absolutely appreciate it. But regardless, I just appreciate you spending some time with me to look at this great old Battletech art and check out these miniatures. So, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.